everyone, welcome back to Chair Yoga. We are on class number 9 of our 12 class series together. So I'm so glad you're joining me again, and let's go ahead and get started. Let's just jump right in here. So you should be sitting in your chair at this point, and let's just kind of settle back in. Just feel the chair behind you, feel it supporting you, feel it underneath you, and just maybe close your eyes for a few minutes here. This is a time where we check in, we just kind of see how we're doing, think about the things that we brought into class today, and just kind of decide, make a conscious decision. We're going to leave those at the door. We can deal with those later. If you have thoughts about things that are coming later today or later this week, you can just leave those, push those aside, leave those at the door. So it's just you in here, in this chair, in this room, making a decision to take care of yourself today. We can't reverse all the things that we want to reverse in our bodies and in life, but we can carve out this time, this little space, just for some self-care and to take care of ourselves. So now shift your focus to your breath. You don't have to breathe in a certain way. Just notice how it is. Is it ragged? Mine feels a little ragged today. Does yours feel ragged? Does it feel shallow? Does it feel tight? Listen to yourself breathe. Good. Maybe think about loosening your jaw, making sure there's no tension in your face. Good. And let's slowly bring awareness to how we're sitting. So let's go ahead and sit up. If you're kind of sitting back in your chair, maybe pull your belly button forward a little bit, which will automatically bring your posture a little more into alignment. Opens your chest a little bit more. Okay, our sits bones are pressing into the chair. We're pulling up. Now let's think about breathing from the diaphragm. So the diaphragm opens downward as we inhale, allowing our lungs to expand. Good, and we're going to try a new breath today. This is called the box breath. So we will breathe in for 4 counts. We will hold it for 4 counts. We will exhale for 4 counts and then hold it for 4 counts. So we inhale, hold, exhale, hold. We're making a box. So here we go. Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Good. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Good. Inhale and hold and exhale and hold. Good. One more time. Inhale and hold and exhale and hold. Good. Go ahead and open your eyes if they're not open. Let's just gently rock the top of our head side to side. Good. And let's inhale to one side. And let's exhale to the other side. Good. And inhale. And exhale. Good. It's easy to carry tension right through here, through our neck and our shoulders. So just gently stretch that back and forth. Good. And let's hold this one here for an inhale. And exhale. Good, and other side. Inhale and exhale. And up. Good, let's look to one side. Let's take a nice inhale and exhale it down. The nose comes down toward the ground and then up to the other side. And inhale and exhale. And one more inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Good. Let's go ahead and do some retractions. And we did this one in the last class as well. So our arms come into a high V. Our thumbs are pointing to the back of the room. Now we don't want to hunch our arms up. We don't want to hunch our shoulders up. We want to take our shoulder blades down and together in the back. Okay, so shoulders are nice and wide. And we're also not arching our back here. So pull your belly button in, your lower core here as a reminder that not to arch back. Okay, and you can even think about closing your ribs in the front. Okay, it's a lot to think about. We're going to inhale here, and then we're going to reach the thumbs back behind us, keeping our arms nice and straight, and release. Inhale, and let's exhale it back, and release. Good. Now hinge at your hips forward at an angle, so we still have a really flat back. And inhale and exhale that same motion and release. Inhale, exhale them back and release. Keeping that belly button in. Let's do one more. Exhale it back and release. Just go ahead and place your hands on your thighs. We're already here. Let's just move into a cat-cow. All right, so here we go. Let's take our belly button down and forward. Chest comes forward, chin opens up in a big inhale. And exhale it back. Belly button comes, and then chest curves down, and chin comes down. Exhale. And inhale it forward. Belly button, chest, chin, and exhale it back. Belly button, chest, chin. Good. Such a good warm up for our spine. Inhale it forward. And exhale it back. Good. One more inhale forward. Nice big inhale here. Let's hold it here for a nice big breath. And exhale. Belly button, chest, chin. Really stretch it out. Now from here, take one hand, grab the other wrist, and stretch that forward. Oh, that feels so good. And switch, other hand on the other wrist, and stretch it forward. Good. And then hands on your thighs and roll up slowly. Good. Let's take our legs wide. We did this in the last class as well. We're just starting to just wake up our hips and our spine and our upper body here. Let's take one arm up over top. Nice big breath in, reach it up. And then we're going to exhale it to the side. Good. Elbow comes to knee. You can put your weight on that knee. And you might even open up and look at the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. Good. And then take your upper shoulder down toward the ground. And we're going to round the back just a little bit. And then we come around to the front. Take both hands on the knees. And roll it up. Good. Other side. Inhale your arm up. Big breath as you reach up. And stretch it over to the side. Good. Nice open side body here. Good. Feel free to look up toward the ceiling if that feels good. Shoulders down. We don't want to hunch shoulders. Still pulling that shoulder blade down in the back. Good. And then curve that top shoulder down toward the ground. So your shoulders are square toward the ground. And then curve that back around, and circle your upper body so that your hand comes to your opposite knee, comes to the other knee, and you roll it up. Good. Sorry, your hand doesn't come to the opposite knee. It comes to this knee. I meant the opposite knee from where we were. That might have been confusing. Let's try that again. Inhale in, stretch it up, and exhale. Good. Oh, nice stretch through the side body. And curve it around so the shoulder comes down so they're square. And then we'll swoop it around to the front. Hands come on your knees and roll up. Good. Arm comes up, inhale, reach it up to the ceiling and stretch it side. Good. And nice stretch down so your shoulder comes down so both shoulders are square, and then swoop it around to the front. Hands on your knees and up. Good. Let's take our feet in a little bit. So they're about hip width apart. And let's take our shoulders, our hands to our shoulders here. Let's do our warm up as we inhale and twist. And exhale, twist to the other side. And inhale. And exhale. Now here, our neck is loose. No tension in our neck or our face. We're twisting through the spine and everything else follows. And we can speed it up a little bit if you'd like. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You may want to close your eyes and inhale, exhale. Good. Head just goes along for the ride. Good, a couple more. You don't have to go my speed, and slow it down. Good. Let yourself undizzy. I don't know if that's a word. We can make that a word. Hand comes from your shoulder, opens up to the side, and then look in the opposite direction. Good. Good. Feel the stretch all the way through that shoulder and through the arm. And let's switch arms. So hand starts at the shoulder, opens up, and looks side. Good. Good. And release back down. And let's go ahead and stand up if you are standing with me. If you are staying seated, go ahead and stay in your seat. So let's start with our salutation. Actually, let's start with mountain. That's a good place to start. Just to remind ourselves of where our energy is and where our strength can come from here. So our toes are spread wide. We're pressing in with all four corners of the feet. We're going to press in to grow taller. So we press into the ground. That string pulls up all the way through our spine, all the way through the top of our head. A little bend in your knees. Okay, pulling those kneecaps up, pushing those inner thighs together, pushing those hips toward the midline. Good. Let's take a little curve in your back, little rounded back, and let's straighten up through the spine. Shoulders come up, and then they relax down. Good. They're not tight here. They're nice and relaxed. We're nice and strong. Energy shooting out through our fingertips here. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Loose jaw, loose muscles in the face. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Good. This time the arms come up. Inhale. And exhale. Good. You can also take them forward. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Starting to feel the energy in those arms. Inhale. Exhale. And your chin is following, so it comes up and down. Last one, up. Hold the arms here nice and strong. You've got a nice beach ball between your hands. Good, and just let everything rain down. Let it just fall down so that we're nice and relaxed. We're releasing all that energy we just had. Okay, good. Now let's go to our salutation. So we'll start behind our chair or in your chair. Okay, we're gonna take our feet are wide. We still have that energy pressing in through our inner thighs, in through our hips, into the midline. We're gonna, I like to take a little bend when I do this. So a little bend and then up. Nice big breath. Exhale the hands down to the chair. Take a few steps back into our down dog. Good, you've got a little bend in your knee here. This first one we're gonna take a little bit slower just to feel through each of these poses here. You can walk it out. So you lift one heel and bend that knee, and then lift the other heel and bend that knee. Good. Lots of energy pushing through those fingertips. Nice flat back. Good. And come find some stillness here. Good. Inhale. Exhale. If you feel yourself getting a little lightheaded, go ahead and look up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And take whatever steps you need to forward to move into your plank. I'm going to move my chair around just because I have a twisty, turning, rolly chair, which I'm sure you don't have. So this feels a little more secure to me. Okay, we're in our plank. Good, pressing in through our hands. Even if you're sitting, you can press in through your hands into your thighs. Okay, so you've got energy moving up your arms, up through your shoulders. Good. Well, let's hold it here for one more breath. Exhale. Inhale. And then let's just slowly bend our elbows. They're squeezing in towards our ribs. So we inhale and we pull our chest forward. Chin comes up into an up dog. Good. If you're standing, you still have energy pushing out through your feet. Your kneecaps are still pulling up. Good. And let's come back to our plank. And then let's push back through our hips. Inhale here. And step forward. And one more big inhale. And prayer pose. Good. Let's do that. Let's do that 2 more times. This time we'll speed it up a little bit. Okay, so let's inhale in. Exhale down. Step it back to your down dog. Good. Inhale here. And exhale. Come up and into your plank. Inhale. And exhale it down into a push-up. Inhale. Up dog. And exhale. Pull those hips back and up. Pull them back as you exhale. And then inhale, step forward. Exhale. And inhale it up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale it down. Step back to a down dog. Inhale. Exhale it forward. Inhale it here. Exhale down. Inhale to an up dog. And exhale. Back to a down dog. And step it forward. And inhale it up. And exhale. Good. Now, we will add that flow as a transition between our poses again today. And if that feels like it moves too quickly, you can always feel free to leave some parts of that out, okay? So you could come from a down dog, and then you could just step forward and do a nice inhale up and hold it, and then an exhale here, Okay, so you don't have to do the entire flow with us. Just work into your practice what works for you. Okay, whatever speed that is, whatever movements that is. Okay, so feel free to tailor that for yourself. And feel free, if you don't like that as a transition between poses, feel free to leave it out completely and just take a breath, pause, and then move into the next pose with us. Okay, this is your practice. Make it work for you, make it work for your body. Okay, with that, let's get started with our poses, and we're going to start with the let's start with the chair pose today. Excuse me. So if you're in your chair, remember you can challenge yourself by maybe trying to lift up just a little bit out of your chair, or trying to lift and hover over your chair. Okay, either of those are good options. Okay, and if you're standing, I'm going to go with my feet about hip width apart today. You're welcome to put your feet closer together if you'd like to. Okay, and from here we're going to sit back, maybe take your arms out in front of you, just to play around with your weight a little bit, see what you can do. Pushing that weight in through your heels, okay? And then our arms are going to come up. Good. We have that same energy through our arms that we did in the mountain pose. So lots of energy through our arms. Shoulders are pulling down. Belly button is pulling in so we don't, excuse me, stress that lower back. Good. Inhale here. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and come out of it. Inhale. We're going to change our breath pattern today so that as we move with gravity, we exhale. Okay, so we inhaled up, and then we're going to exhale it down as we move with gravity, right down toward the earth. And inhale it up, and exhale it down. Good, lots of strength here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, and let's hold it here. Good. One more big breath here. Good. And let's come out of it, standing up. And here we go with our flow. We transition. Inhale up. Exhale it down. Step back into your down dog. Inhale. Exhale it forward through your plank, through your push-up, and then into an up dog. Good, and exhale, pull those hips back. Inhale, step up, and all the way up, and exhale down. Good. Then we step into a warrior one. So step one foot back, the other foot is going to stay forward. Okay, we've got a nice bend in that front knee. We're not over the ankle, we're right here. And our hips are square here, okay? We have sometimes where the hips aren't as square, but in this one we want to make sure they're square. Pushing through the outer edge of that back foot, pulling some energy up through the arch. Good. Let's go ahead and take our arms down. I'm going to turn here a little bit so I'm not sideways to you. Good. Lots of energy reaching through those arms. And breathe. Play around with a little bit. See if you can go a little bit deeper. See if you can get those hips a little more square. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So here, let's inhale up. Arms come down and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Can you go any deeper on this one? Exhale. Good. Lots of strength here. And let's inhale it up. Take your chair. You might want to scoot your front foot back a little bit. The back foot comes up. And let's move into a flow to transition to the other side. Here we go. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it back to a down dog. Exhale into your plank and straight into your push-up. Inhale it up. Up dog, and exhale, pull those hips back. Good. Inhale, step up and all the way up. And prayer pose. Good. Again, if you don't like that entire flow, just pick and choose or just join us on the other side for warrior one. Good. So we've got a nice bend in that front knee, pushing through the outer edge of that back foot, and let's square up our hips here and our arms come up. Good. Good. Nice. Play around. See how much you can square your hips and see how much you can bend that front knee. A few deep breaths here. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. On this inhale, let's come up. Straighten that front knee and exhale it down. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let the breath move you. Inhale and exhale. Hold it here. Good. Lots of energy pushing through the outer edge of that back foot. Hands come down. Grab your chair. Kind of wiggle that front foot back. Step the back foot up. And we move through our flow. Here we go. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale back to down dog. Exhale forward. Down through a push-up. Through up dog. Inhale. Exhale, pull those hips way back. And step it forward for a nice big inhale up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Let's move to warrior two. Now at this point, you want to have your chair in front of you here. I'm going to have mine to the side and I'll move it in and out so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, but let's go to a warrior two. You're doing great, by the way. I think it really, when you add the transition, you add that flow in between poses, it really takes it up another level, another notch. So if you've done that in any form, and you probably will be feeling that, even if you've added a breath in a down dog or something like that, okay? So if it's difficult and you feel challenged, that's a good thing, okay? So don't lose heart, don't quit just because it feels a little more challenging. Just keep with it, it will get easier. All right, so we're in our warrior two, our arms, shoulders are squeezed down and together in the back. Lots of energy pushing out through our fingertips. And again, I've said this many times and I'll say it again, that if you'd rather have your hands on your chair, if you'd rather have one hand on your chair, feel free to do that at any point, okay? Good, pushing through the outer edge of that back foot. One more inhale here. Exhale. Good, now inhale, straighten that front knee. And exhale. Down to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So much energy through each limb. And inhale. And exhale. Hold it here. Good. A couple more deep breaths here. Inhale. Good. Now you have your chair in front of you here. Go ahead and straighten that front knee. Heel toe your feet in, and then you're ready for our flow. Here we go for the transition. Inhale up, exhale it down. Inhale, step back to down dog. Exhale into your plank and then through your push-up. Inhale to up dog. And then pull those hips back. Good, and that push-up, inhale it up. And exhale. That push-up really doesn't have to be much at all. Go ahead and transition into your warrior two on the other side while I talk through this. I don't have much strength in my upper body. I never have. So push-ups are always really difficult for me. So if that push-up just doesn't feel like it's gonna happen, maybe just give it a little squeeze and then come up out of it. That's perfectly fine. Every little squeeze is gonna help you build strength, okay? So here we go. We've got energy pushing through our outer edge of our back foot, pushing into the ground through our front foot. Our arms are nice and wide. Good, little bend in that back knee. You can probably tell I'm out of breath. Adding that transition definitely adds some cardio here. Here we go. Inhale. Good, now let's inhale. Pressing up and straightening through that front knee and pressing up, and then exhale it down. Good, inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale. Exhale. Pushing down through the shoulders too. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good, a couple more holds here. A couple more breaths here. Good. We're going to skip the flow here. We're going to heel toe your feet in just a little bit. Remember your chair's in front of you. And we're going to bend down into goddess. We haven't forgotten about this pose, right? You'll feel it if your hips are tight. Definitely. Let's just take a few deep breaths here. You can have your hands on your chair here. Trying not to lean forward. Trying to keep that upper body just pointed right at the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's take one up and down. And another one up and down. Good. Go ahead and straighten your knees and heel toe in. Excellent. Let's move to eagle pose. Good. I hope you're feeling how good that felt in your body. Even if, like I said, even if you didn't get to move through each of those movements, just doing some of it is a huge accomplishment, and it will strengthen your body and lengthen your body, and it's so good for you. So well done. Let's move to an eagle pose. And again, this is the one where we cross over, we cross our inner thighs over, okay? Crossing your knees over as well. If that doesn't work for your body, feel free to just cross at your ankle and then squeeze your inner thighs together like you have a yoga block or a pillow or something between there. Okay, you can also cross over at your knees. Good. And then we bend our knees, right? Your arms, for now, your arms can come to your hips. They can come to your chest. Okay, we're gonna squeeze our legs together and we're gonna balance here. Find somewhere to gaze, to hold your focus. Good, and let's come up out of it and let's switch legs, okay? So we cross our other leg over at the ankle or at the knee, and then we bend down into it. Good. And feel free, this foot that's crossed over, feel free to rest that on the ground. Okay. You could lift it off the ground, or you can rest it on the ground. Good. You could also take your arms up. Lots of options. Inhale. Good. You're gazing, you're finding one spot to focus your gaze, and inhale and exhale. Good. And come up out of it. Excellent work. I think we've earned a stretch. Let's get into a nice stretch. I'm going to use my stool again, but feel free, to grab a towel or an extra chair, whatever you prefer to use for your stretch. Let's start with our ankle over our knee, actually. Take a nice big breath in. And we're going to hinge it forward at the hips. Good. Our breathing is so important here. Good. At this point, we're trying to keep a flat back. Sometimes we round it. Right here, we're trying to keep a flat back. Good, and let's roll up out of that. Let's do another twist here. Okay, so our arm comes around our knee. And we inhale it up and exhale and twist. Good. Good. And let's untwist. Okay, let's extend our leg out in front of us. Okay, I have mine on my stool. You can't see my stool, but I have my stool right here. And I'm pushing through my heel. Okay, nice, lots of energy pushing through my legs. So it's not just hanging out there. It's not just along for the ride. It's actually doing some work. And let's inhale and stretch it forward. Now, I've probably mentioned this before, but when we stretch, our tendency is to feel our muscles, to feel the stretch and to feel the discomfort, and so we automatically put our hands down and tighten everything up because it doesn't feel great, right? So the challenge is, but a lot of times when we put our hands down, they prevent us from going any deeper into the stretch, which you might actually be able to do. So the challenge is maybe to leave your hands up for another 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and just to keep breathing deeply. Good. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. Good. And I'm going to roll that up. Excuse me. I'm going to take it to the side. Okay, so our leg is out to the side. We still have energy pushing through that heel. Let me adjust in my chair. Feel free to make adjustments. We're going to take the opposite arm up. Inhale and exhale it over to the side. Try not to collapse down, but really keeping that top shoulder open, the chest open. And we inhale. Good. Good. One more deep breath. And let's slowly come up and we'll go to the other side. Good. So cross the ankle over the knee. Inhale here. And exhale it forward. Good. One more deep breath. And roll that up. Take your knee up toward the ceiling. Wrap your arm around. Inhale. Lengthen up through your spine. And exhale and twist. Good. And maybe just take a moment while we're stretching. Just check in with your body again. Just notice, do you feel warm? Do you feel sweaty? Sometimes we get sweaty. I feel a little sweaty after doing yoga. Do you feel like your heart was able to increase and you got some some cardio work while we worked? Do your muscles feel warm? Go ahead and release that. Do they feel tired? It's okay if they feel tired. We don't want sharp pains, but it's okay for them to feel tired. Okay, we're pressing through the heels. Inhale it up. Exhale it forward. Good. And again here, can you keep your hands up for just a little bit longer? Okay, let gravity and your breath do their work here. It's okay if it's a little uncomfortable. No sharp pains. But it's okay if it's a little uncomfortable. We're stretching through those muscles. And by the way, I've never said this, but it's okay for your muscles to feel a little sore tomorrow or the next day. Usually it's the second day. Good, and roll up. And we'll take our leg to the side. Okay, so get yourself, however you need to adjust yourself to get it there. Good, so it's as much to the side. It doesn't have to be this far, it can be here, right? Okay, whatever works for you. And take your arm up, big inhale, and stretch it over. Good. A little bend in this knee. We don't want to hyperextend anything. Good. Check your upper body, make sure you're not collapsing down. Good, deep breath in. And let's come up out of it nice and slowly. Good. Legs in front of you. We're going to move into a back bend here. Okay, your feet are flat on the ground. Hands are scoot forward a little bit so you have room to place your palms on the chair. I like to grab the side of my chair here. Okay, we're going to take a nice inhale. And then we're going to exhale. And inhale, pushing down through your palms, straightening up through your elbows, chest lifts up toward the ceiling, and nice big arch in the back. Good. You can lift your head, your face toward the ceiling, or you can keep it forward. Sometimes my neck doesn't like to do that, so feel free to do what works for you. Good, pushing through your hands into the chair, lifting up through your chest. Good. And you may notice that you can't get a full back bend here. You can't get your chest open. Whatever your body's able to do, that's exactly right for you, okay? So if you're here and this is where you are, that's perfect. Okay, just keep the energy pushing through your hands and trying to pull those shoulders back and the chest up. Okay, good, and release. Good, settle back into your chair. Give yourself a nice big hug with your arms around you. Squeeze, 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 squeeze as hard as you can. Squeeze, 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 and release it. Hands come to your thighs. Settle back in. Just check back in with your body. Notice what's happening with your heart rate. Do you still feel your heart thumping a little bit, or is it slowing down? Good. You did excellent work today. Think about just one thing you did. Maybe you pushed yourself a little bit more. Maybe you lifted off the chair just for a half a second more. Maybe you tried the flow even if it didn't go too well. That's a step forward. You should feel good about that, and you should congratulate yourself for that. Let's go back to our box breath. We'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale 4, and hold 4. Okay, so let's inhale, hold, and exhale. exhale and hold. Do that about 2 more times on your own. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Wingle, I'm not sure that's a word, but when you're this relaxed, who knows what'll come out. All right, we are at the end of our class today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm truly grateful you spent the time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you here next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.